Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the RV Kitchen. So this kitchen may look familiar if you've seen the previous episode with our guest April.
Hey y'all.
If you haven't seen that, I'll link that episode up top so you can go watch that one. So let me tell you a little story of what we got going on so far. We decided this is our last night, basically our last night in South Dakota, and then we move on to our next job. So what better way to end it than with Cajun night?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, Tracy's crying behind the camera as we have to leave. We thought we would do an authentic Cajun jambalaya, Louisiana jambalaya. And we got Cajun music playing in the background too.
Who that?
White soaps.
Alright, so this is what you're going to need for this one. You're going to need some Mahatma rice. You could say any rice, but I say no. It's got to be Mahatma rice. We got some pork. We have some andouille sausage, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper, onions and bell peppers, garlic, green onions, whatever Cajun seasoning you like. I happen to like Slap Your Mama, but any Cajun seasoning. And, okay, I'll explain this one in a minute. Kitchen bouquet, and then some chicken stock. Now, for all of our friends in Louisiana, don't get mad at us for using kitchen bouquet. This is actually cheating, but we're going to cheat because we want to make it a little faster tonight. We don't want to cook for hours, so we're cheating. So what do you think?
I think we're ready.
Think we're ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start browning the meat. So we'll get all the meat browned up, then we'll come back and holler at you. Get out.
And that's Boudin.
Boudin's outside.
Boudin!
Boudin.
Yeah, what's up?
Boudin! What y'all want? It smells good in there.
So we're going to brown the sausage first. So what part of Louisiana are you from?
I'm from Sycamore Point, Louisiana.
Sycamore.
South of New Iberia.
Okay.
If you don't know that, it's Lafayette. South of Lafayette.
Okay. So you have any memories of jambalaya from your childhood?
Yeah, we always ate it. I didn't know it was a special, thing from South Louisiana. I just assumed everyone in the world ate jambalaya.
That's how I was until I started moving around. I really didn't. I mean, it was just everyday food. And it's just like that in seafood. Jambalaya, seafood, everything was just. I mean, my family fished for a living a lot. Not for a living, but my papa catfish, my dad crawfish, all this stuff. Yeah. So we always had a freezer full of seafood.
Yeah.
So to me, I grew up thinking seafood was free. Right? I just thought everybody caught their own seafood. Yeah. Then after I grew up and got married and we moved, then I started buying seafood, and I was like, holy crap, this stuff's expensive. And then jambalaya the same way.
Yeah, the first time I left home in the Air Force, and then I was stationed in Korea, we go to the commissary, and I find this can, and it says it's gumbo. I said, oh, I gotta try me some gumbo. Heck yeah. Oh, I was so disappointed.
I bet. There's nothing
it wasn't gumbo.
No.
Not at all.
There's nothing like authentic Cajun food.
Yeah, to have.
Now, I grew up, you know where Gonzales is at? So Gonzales is the jambalaya capital of the world, and that's where I grew up. Born and raised in Gonzales, and then spent a lot of our time in Pierre Park, Bell River area between the house and the camp, back and forth. So I grew up with the, jambalaya festival and the jambalaya cook-offs, and a lot of my family compete in jambalaya cook-offs, and so it was just normal everyday life. Yeah.
I don't think I was 16 until I realized Mardi Gras wasn't celebrated everywhere. I was like, what? What's wrong with everybody else? They don't celebrate Mardi Gras.
Let's go to everybody set.
Yeah. I think all their friends.
Out of the pot, and we're gonna go in with the pork. Get it all browned up. Oh yeah. I got a lot of meat in this jambalaya. I might not have no room for no rice. Alright, so we'll get the pork browned up. Now I will tell you this, and I don't know if you even know about this resource yet, but for my friends watching the video that are not from Louisiana, never cooked a jambalaya or anything like that, there's actually a good resource out there called the Jambalaya Calculator. I'll put a link in the description below. It's actually a spreadsheet that somebody in Gonzales, when they create it, and it's a free download online. Yeah, you download this thing, and it's a spreadsheet that's got like 10 tabs across the bottom, And I've actually made in my 10-gallon jambalaya rig, I actually made a jambalaya according to the jambalaya calculator. They're pretty darn good jambalaya.
Really?
Yeah, so it's
you
a
know
pretty
what's used.
good resource for anybody to use. So the first tab will show like instructions on how to use the file.
Yeah.
But it's cool. You can calculate by pot size. You can calculate by how many people you want to feed.
Yeah.
You can calculate by how much meat you have. So however you want to calculate, let's say you just want to cook for 6 people.
Yeah.
Then you can go to the per person tab, put in 6 people, and it tells you how much meat to use, how much rice to use, your rice to water ratio, your seasonings, everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'll put the link to that below. Anybody that's not familiar with cooking jambalayas, I would definitely utilize the calculator and try cooking one at home. They're actually easy as long as you know the ratio with your water and your rice. But try the calculator. It's pretty cool. Yep. Click the link below. And it's a free download, so it's not like I'm getting anything for this. It's just jambalaya in the pot, Cajun music in the background. I ain't singing. No, we want people to watch this video. You don't want me to sing. She'll sing.
But he lied. That's all you get. We got our shield. We got our root spoon. We're ready for the Cajun battle.
Oh God, help me.
That's when your mom will come out of the house yelling at you in the yard.
You stop doing that.
Is they play now?
Put my bottle away.
Shoot him! Shoot him, Rich!
Shoot him! Shoot him, Elizabeth!
Yeah! Got him! Alright, so the pork is brown. I'll go ahead and get this out the pot. Making it work. Alright. Get the pork out. We'll go in with the onions and the bell pepper. Now it's really gonna start smelling good. Now, get that going.
Oh, the looking things come in handy.
Woo! Love that smell.
Can y'all smell that?
So we're gonna let this brown, let the onions brown down, and then we'll go to the next step. Now, most of the RV Kitchen episodes, guys, always put the measurements and all that on the side. We're not gonna do that on this one. I strongly recommend downloading that jambalaya calculator and put in how many people you want to serve and follow the instructions on there, because I don't know how much we got of everything here, because I just cook jambalayas by sight. So
Little this, little that, like a gumbo.
so I'm not going to put the actual recipe and all that off to the side. Either follow along with us or get the calculator and try it that way. Alright, so the onion's been sweating down for about 10-15 minutes now. See, they're starting to get some color to them. Nice and brown. That's what?
That was my arm.
That was your arm? Alright, add a little bit of garlic, so now we're just going to throw the meat back in. Pork back, pork back in the pot. I'm going to chunk that one.
Don't you need a plate to put your spoon on?
I'm going to put it on this one.
Oh, he got one right there.
Sausage back there. This could be a meaty jambalaya. That's how I like it. Alright, get the meat and the onions and all stirred back up. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to let April do some math. Alright? So we're going to do, I like doing my jambalaya. Some people do 2 to 1, 2 cups of water to 1 cup rice. I do 1.5 to 1. So we're going to cook 4 cups of rice, and we need 1.5 cups of water for every cup of rice.
And you doing 4 cups of rice?
4 cups of rice. How many cups of water do we need?
Did I get that right?
Is it?
I said yes.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm telling her the wrong thing. Say 10, say 10. 10.
10.
Here's 4.5. So now,
I don't know what my rice measurements
I think it's going over.
we're going to start throwing some seasonings in here now. So let's go with some green onions. About that much. I told you I wasn't putting no measurements in this one. I don't know how to do measurements on jambalaya, but about that much. Now, I will tell you this, for the first time you cook your jambalaya. Have you ever cooked jambalaya?
Nope.
Okay, so
What?
when you first cook your jambalaya,
I just eat what my daddy cooks me.
when you're tasting the water for your jambalaya, you want to make your water salty and spicy. Saltier and spicier than what you want the jambalaya to be. Because the rice is going to absorb all that and kill a lot of that flavor. So usually, like when you taste the water, you go, good Lord, that's salty or that's spicy. Once you add the rice and everything, it kind of calms down some, right? So we'll go about a tablespoon. So that's about a tablespoon. You believe me?
I believe you.
You want to get a tablespoon and test me?
Nope.
Okay.
I believe you.
What the? That's why we're cooking at April's house.
Ain't nothing to see. Ain't nothing to see right here.
That's why we're cooking at April's house, so I can make a mess over here. A tablespoon. Pepper. Good enough. Way to slap your mama.
Oh, we moved it. The cayenne.
And the cayenne.
And the cayenne. Smiling. Smiling.
About that much.
About that much. That'll work.
Good. Cayenne, we're gonna take it easy because we're feeding the kids.
Yeah.
So the kids are eating tonight, so
The children's.
they're cheering. So we'll go about that like that. We're gonna give this a little stir. Now I'm gonna show you the magic of cheating with kitchen bouquet. See the color of your stock right now? That's a light jambalaya, right? And we're gonna cheat. We're gonna add a little kitchen bouquet. We're gonna put the bouquet in. Now watch when I stir it.
Oh yeah.
Just like that, we got a dark jambalaya. Alright, so we're gonna let this come up to a boil. And we're gonna let it boil for a while until that pork gets a little tender. Then we'll add the rice. And then I'll let you know the biggest secret about jambalaya after we add the rice. I'll tell you the one Cajun secret that you can't mess up. Okay?
Don't eat it. I'll eat it.
So right now we're just checking for your spices. See if that's where you want it. You can always add
Oh,
more.
that's so good. I'd eat that.
So the water comes up to a boil. We taste it for seasoning. April says seasoning is A-okay. Meat's tender. Everything's ready for the rice, right?
Ready.
So we got 4 cups of rice.
Note, they did measure the rice.
Yes.
We
Always
did.
measure
We
your
measured.
rice. When it comes to the water and the rice in the jambalaya, that's your 2 most important ratios. You can't mess that one up. Now what I'm gonna do is let this come back to a rapid boil. And I'm gonna let it boil for just a couple minutes before we put the lid on it. Now the key with jambalaya, and I know all you Louisiana people already know this, so don't yell at me for simplifying it, but once you put the lid on, turn it down to a low simmer. You do not touch it for 20 minutes. Don't raise the lid, don't peek at it, I wonder how it's doing. No.
Don't touch it.
You don't need to wonder how it's doing. It's doing
No
fine.
touchy. No touchy.
Cast iron pot with a lid on it understands and knows how to cook a jambalaya.
Yes.
You don't have to tell it. So we'll get the lid. We'll throw the lid on it. We're gonna turn the fire down all the way to low as it'll go. Set a timer. Who's got about 20
That's
minutes? 20 minutes. And we don't touch the lid. We don't raise it. We don't look at it. Yeah. All right. So we'll come back in 20 minutes. We'll raise the lid. We'll see what it looks like. Jambalaya's done! All right, timer went off,
Timer went off.
as we can see. So let's see what it looks like.
Oh, it's looking good.
stir this up. Let's see how much moisture we still got in here. Oh, it's looking good. Come in. Leave the lid off for a couple minutes and it's ready to eat.
Ready to eat.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Ready to eat.
You gotta clap when you say that.
We got some-
Ready to go.
Go.
Hey, we got some Louisiana hot sauce up in this house.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Louisiana sauce.
Louisiana hot sauce.
Something you cannot find
Yeah.
anywhere here in South Dakota. Right here, people.
Boudreaux was in New Orleans, patiently waiting and watching a traffic cop on a busy street crossing. The cop stopped the flow of traffic and shouted, "Okay, pedestrians!" Then he'd allow the traffic to pass. He'd done this several times, and Boudreaux still stood on the sidewalk. After that cop had shouted, "Pedestrians!" for the 10th time, Boudreaux went over to him and asked, "Ain't it about time you let the Catholics cross?"
So if y'all like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all keep an eye out for April's channel launching soon. She's gonna start her own cooking channel, right? After I'm gone, I can see you on YouTube. Don't forget to click the bell, get notifications. We'll see you in the next video.
Night, y'all.
See ya.